Rise of the Foot Soldier 5. Oh my gosh, it's like getting blood out of Teddy Stone.
What is sad is if I hadn't have bought that book and I hadn't have done all that hard work getting that film off, he wouldn't have done a fucking tour. Nobody would really know who he is, right? He would have just been, oh yeah, he was a doorman and he was in the ICF and he knew these guys, but he would never have become as famous as he is now. And, you know, he did a tour after the thing. I think the sad thing about it is he's never once thanked me. Right. And all he ever seems to do is just go online and just go on about what about the families. But when he did the first one, he didn't even he didn't care about the families. But now, because he's not involved, it seems to be about the families. Keeps spouting all this shit online. And you just sort of think, you know, what is wrong with this guy? Do you know what I mean? It sort of doesn't make any sense because I've never said or done anything to him. I haven't fallen out of him. I haven't even seen him.
All the films, have you seen them all? Are you involved? Is it you to do with all the films? And yeah, I still have to keep repeating myself and tell people that no, I'm not nothing to do with Rise of the Foot Soldier. The first two, yes. As I've said before, I got stabbed in the back by a so-called friend I thought was looking at my interests at heart, Terry Stone, and I never got it. They said to me the films never made no money, yet they're the biggest. Saying they're the biggest franchise, British franchise of films in the country, and if they're not making no money, why are they making, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 films? But that's down to them. But obviously they're doing it making no money because that's what they tell me when they never got paid. So after the second film, I walked away and I didn't want nothing more to do with it all. And a certain person, Terry Stone, he always lived on the fringes of the underworld. King of the clubs, etc., mixing with villains, writing books about being in the thick of the scene. How he gone into the partner up with a police informer to make films and make him look a big man, which is totally unacceptable because the geezers are wrong, right? And we know what we're talking about, the last film. But obviously there's another film coming out, apparently in the beginning of September, another premiere about our fat friend who is, I've got proof, it's a police informer, and they're making films about a police informer, and you know, and I feel, you know, people like Vinnie Jones, I have respect for him, I know, but Vinnie Jones is just playing Vinnie Jones, he's not playing Bernie, he's not using a Brummie accent or done any homework on him at all. I think that's pretty sad, you know what I mean, to want to play a gangster, but you're playing a grass mate, and you got Terry Stone and me never stopped speaking after the first film because he became mates with Bernie, and I said to him, he's a wrong and then. What are you doing with him? I can't like that. And that's why we haven't spoke since.